Hey everybody, before we get this video properly underway, I just want to let you all know that this video is sponsored by Hill's Science Diet, baby! Use code NOTNOL at checkout to get nothing. You'll get absolutely nothing because this video actually isn't sponsored by Hill's Science Diet. The only reason I mention that is because after almost 11 years of making videos, the other day I saw an advertisement for the first time on one of my videos, and it was for Hill's Science Diet. And that's really only funny if you knew that I work in a pet store where they recommend that you don't recommend Hill's Science Diet because it's actually kind of shitty. But if you are the rep for Hill's, ignore I just said that your food sucks. Give me a sponsor if you want to. But no, in all seriousness, this video is not sponsored. It's a joke. It's the cold open. Today, we are going to be looking at the 2016 RB12 of Daniil Kvyat. Now, longtime viewers of this channel, if you seriously have been watching long enough to remember this car, you guys might remember that I got this car in December of 2017. This is one of the first F1 diecasts I ever got, actually. Only the third Spark diecast I ever got. But I've held off on making a review of it till now for many reasons. One of them was back then I just felt like I had waited so long that this car just wasn't worth a video anymore. It was so old, nobody would care. But now I've seen a lot of people interested in me reviewing older cars. And I know when they say older cars, they mean from like the mid-2000s, maybe the early 2010s. Not 2016, which was hardly that long ago. But this is what I have. But anyway, this is more of just a test to see if I can make a good video out of an old car. I don't really care about the views this video gets. I just want to know that I could have fun making a video on an old car, because the truth is I have the most fun making the videos on the new cars. So we'll see how this goes. Also, I'm trying to collect all the Daniil Kvyat cars that I can. I mean, you may have saw it in the background there. There's the rest of the 143 Daniil Kvyats that I have. I've got a few that I still don't have. I got 2014 Toro Rosso, 2015 Red Bull in like a not Barago version I'd like, 2016 Toro Rosso. So I figured since Daniil Kvyat is my favorite driver, and at least for the foreseeable future there will not be a new Daniil Kvyat diecast, I figured I could go back in time and review some of the ones that I never did videos on or have never gotten yet. And here we are, the 2016 RB12 driven by Daniil Kvyat. Quite a rare car, I must say. Only got 4 races with this driver and team combination. We all know what happened to Daniil Kvyat in 2016. Very, very sad. Was it deserved? That's the question I will pose to you guys today. I mean, personally, I don't think he did too bad in 2016. He only got 4 races at Red Bull, but I thought there were 3 of them. Well, really only 2 of them because he DNS'd in Austria, and we all know what happened in Russia. But was it really worthy of him getting dropped? I don't know. But, of course, Max Verstappen then did win the first race that he drove for Red Bull. So, Max Verstappen's definitely the better choice. And, unfortunately, it seems Kelly agrees with me. But, I mean, did they really have to drop the guy? Like, I don't know. I just think it's really shitty the way they did this. But, anyway, this is actually the only non-Barago Red Bull I have. Like the proper senior Red Bull team. Only non-Barago I have. So this is a very interesting look. I believe Spark have improved. I've said this with Barago too. I believe Spark have improved a lot. And it's very noticeable on this car. If you look right from the Red Bull logo all the way down to the FIA safety, whatever the hell thing that is, you can see their sticker. Like, it's it's transparent, but you could totally tell where it is. So that looks really, really bad. I don't think it's supposed to look like that, at least. I mean, if that's the actual way the Red Bull car looked, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? But anyway, this isn't a Barago car, so the suspension looks pretty good. Not super thick or anything. The front wing, I mean, the front wings are so simple on the F1 cars since 2019. I forgot how almost complicated they used to be. So it looks very, very nice. Just in general, F1 cars have changed so much. There's nothing in terms of barge boards on this car. Wow, it does not look like an F1 car almost. They're so wide now, a lot longer. It's all just it's also different, even though this was only a few years ago. You can see Daniil Kvyat. I think it just says Kvyat actually. Very small right there. Tag Heuer, first year of Tag Heuer branded engines. They had dropped Renault for 2016, so well, they still use their engines obviously, but this is the first year of Tag Heuer branded engines. And Aston Martin. We all know where Aston Martin's going to be next year. This is their first year on Red Bull as well. We've got the super soft tires. I still call the yellow ones the softs, even though they're the mediums now, and these are the softs, but I just cannot get the 2016 tire rules out of my mind. 2016 was the first year I really properly watched F1. It's the year I got into it, so that's always stuck in my mind. AT&T and Total. Total is not called that anymore. It's like ESO now or something. It's on the newer Red Bull. Looking at the driver detail here, it is pretty good, I must say. Let's see if they have any printing on the steering wheel. Yeah, they do. Not a lot, but it's probably about the same as the one from this year did. Look at the bottom, and oh my god, this is ugly as shit. The first Spark car I ever reviewed, I hated the bottom on it, and I can tell that this is the way they used to do their bottoms. I'm gonna have to go grab one of the newer ones because they have improved a little bit. But I mean, this board is so ugly. It's got the board detail. I mean, you could tell it's a plank of wood, but the color isn't quite right. And there's absolutely no carbon fiber pattern on this floor. It's quite ugly, and the material that they use, there's carbon. Well, I don't know if I really call that carbon fiber. It just looks like a bunch of dots. Here's the floor of the 2020 Daniil Kvyat. It doesn't actually look that much better. It's a little better. It still has no carbon fiber detailing, and the board detail is gone. So it's like better, but by how much actually? It really isn't until you go back and watch past F1 seasons that you realize how different the cars used to look and how different the races used to play out. I mean, I watched a couple 2016 races, and they were making 2-3 pit stops a race, and they were passing each other. Holy shit, I know you could pass in F1, but yeah, it's just amazing how in a few years the sport has changed so much, but has also stayed very similar because Red Bull keeps ditching their drivers like mad. And just because I have it here, might as well take a look at it. I do have the Barago RB12. Now, it should be noted that this car is on the same mold as the 2015, so it's very inaccurate. What the fuck am I saying? Am I fucking retarded, bro? It's pretty inaccurate in terms of the body shape because obviously this is the 2015, but I'm already seeing like this car looks like shit. This car looks terrible compared to this one. I don't have a lot of cars in Barago and Spark, so you really don't get to see this comparison too often, but holy crap. Down by the monocoque area, it's just so wrong, this car. A lot of the logos just are not in the same place, and the shape is just so horribly wrong. I never realized how terrible this car looked, really. I really never truly did. Barago have come a long way since 2016. I mean, I'm planning on doing like a full-on analysis of the Barago quality over the few years. I know I kind of already did that with the T-Cam, which is correct on both these cars. Spark never gets it wrong, but it's correct on Max Verstappen. But I'm planning on doing a full look at the Barago quality, so look out for that in the future. I don't know when it's going to be. They actually have the inside of the rear wing decals, and they match, it looks like, at least to a certain extent. There are a lot of sponsors that are wrong on these two cars. The one that's the most noticeable to me is the Red Bull on the rear wing. Quite obviously goes over the DRS on the Spark car and not at all on the Barago. And the Red Bull logos on the front wing too are actually way wrong. So Barago really, I mean, it's Barago. What do you think you're getting with Barago? But yeah, it's just in case you were wondering, how does a Barago stack up to a Spark? I almost just dropped that on the fucking new car. New car. I probably had this one before the Max Verstappen, if I'm being honest. But if you've ever wondered how a Spark stacks up against a Barago, or just a Barago stacks up in general, there you go. It's not good. It's quite shit, actually. Anyway, guys, that is my review of the Spark Daniil Kvyat from 2016. It's a pretty good looking car. It suffers from some of the issues older Spark cars had. That decal on the front is just really weird. I don't really know if I need to recommend this car or not. It is an older car, so I don't think a lot of people are buying cars out of 2016 just yet. It's not a nostalgic year, I think, for anyone just yet. But I think a few years down the line, people are going to be looking for these newer cars once the years go by a little bit more. So if that time comes, yeah, maybe pick this one up. It's pretty good. A Daniil Kvyat Red Bull is a pretty rare find because he only got a season in 4 freaking races. So before time forgets that Daniil Kvyat ever drove for Red Bull, pick this one up. Or the Mini Champs, because it's probably a lot better. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this car. Thank you guys for watching. Treat yourself right, and also treat your pets right with today's sponsor, Hills Side. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be.